When the gunshot rang out, everyone in the baggage claim area hit the floor. But Linda Chen did the exact opposite. She ran straight toward the plane and announced over the terminal radio, "This is federal jurisdiction now. Clear the area." Hello. Welcome to the last stand. Have you or your family members served in the military? Share your experiences in the comments. Linda Chen had been working as a baggage claim supervisor at Denver International Airport for 3 years. At 38, she was medium height with black hair and a professional appearance. Most passengers barely noticed her. They just grabbed their bags and left. But Linda had qualities that went unnoticed. She carefully observed every passenger, analyzing their movement patterns. Her coworkers interpreted this as attention to detail. The real reason was buried much deeper. Linda's daily routine was different from other baggage claim employees. She knew every corner of the terminal, had memorized security camera positions, and constantly checked emergency exit routes. Her strangest habit was watching TSA checkpoints. While other employees spent their breaks in the cafeteria, she'd position herself near security screening, observing procedures. Like she was searching for something, and the way she moved. Even when walking, Linda constantly scanned her surroundings, seeming to assess potential threats. But she never explained this behavior. TSA agents showed Linda an unusual level of respect. They were more formal when talking to her, valued her opinions. Nobody had ever questioned this dynamic. Especially with Agent Rodriguez, there were meaningful looks between them, like they shared something only they knew about. But their conversations never gave anything away. Linda sometimes listened to TSA radio traffic and made comments about procedures. Where she got this knowledge, she never said. On the morning of March 15th, Linda arrived for her shift early as usual. There was unusual activity in the terminal. Extra security measures had been implemented for VIP passenger transfers. Linda had noticed this situation and was being extra careful. She was examining passenger profiles more thoroughly, noting suspicious behaviors. This wasn't normal behavior for a baggage supervisor. During lunch break, she spoke with security supervisor Jim. "We need to be extra careful today, Jim. Something's not right." Jim was surprised. "Linda, your baggage claim. Why do you know so much about security matters?" Linda gave an evasive answer. "Can't hurt to be careful." At 2:30 p.m., American Airlines Flight 247 arrived from Los Angeles. Boeing 737, 150, 3 passengers. How did Linda know these details? While observing passengers deplaning, the man from seat 34A caught her attention. Middle-aged, dark clothing, very calm. But there was something in his eyes Linda recognized. Operational awareness. "Agent Rodriguez," Linda said quietly into her radio. "Check the passenger from seat 34A." Rodriguez was surprised. "Linda, how do you know seat numbers?" "Just check him, Jim." When Rodriguez ran the check, the man had cleared passport control without issues. But Linda's unease was growing. The man's walk, the way he observed his surroundings, his hand positions, everything was wrong. "Jim, is that guy leaving the terminal?" Linda asked. "No, he's got a connecting flight, going to New York." Linda's heart rate increased. "Which flight?" "Delta 156, departure at 4:00 p.m. That's when Linda's years of experience kicked in. This wasn't just suspicion. This was a definite threat. At 3:45 p.m., Linda moved toward the gate for Delta Flight 156. Officially, she had no business there, but she was following her instincts. She observed passengers boarding. The man had taken seat 12F, window seat, far from exits. But Linda knew this was part of the plan. "Rodriguez, what's the protocol for Delta 156 in an emergency?" she asked. "Linda, why are you getting into such detail? Just tell me." "Terminal evacuation, federal intervention." "Linda, how do you know about this stuff?" At 4:05 p.m., as Delta 156 was taxiing toward the runway, an urgent message came from the pilot. "Denver Control, hijack situation. Repeat, hijack situation." Alarms sounded in the terminal. Passengers began running in panic. That's when Linda Chen's true identity would be revealed. When the gunshot rang out, everyone in the baggage claim area hit the floor, but Linda Chen did the exact opposite. She ran straight toward the plane and announced over the terminal radio, "This is federal jurisdiction now. Clear the area." Terminal Security Supervisor Jim looked on in shock. "Linda, what are you doing?" "Jim, I'm Federal Air Marshal Linda Chen. I'm taking control of this situation." That moment changed everything for everyone at the airport. After Linda revealed her identity, all security protocols in the terminal changed. TSA agents accepted her command. Police teams came to her for coordination. "What's the aircraft's position?" Linda asked. "Stopped on runway 34L. Engines shut down," said the control tower. "Perfect. Hijacker is probably a single individual. Seat 12, 150, 3 passengers on board." Agent Rodriguez looked amazed. "Linda, how do you know this?" "I served 12 years as a Federal Air Marshal, Rodriguez. I've been through this situation 47 times. After Linda set up the operations center, coordination began with FBI and SWAT teams. But Linda knew time was critical. "Connect the boarding bridge to the aircraft," Linda said. "I'm going in." "Linda, this is too dangerous," said FBI Agent Morrison. "I was trained for this, Morrison. Air Marshal training, close quarters combat, crisis negotiation. This is my area of expertise." Linda pulled out her federal ID and weapon from her backpack, equipment she hadn't touched in 3 years. When Linda quietly entered the aircraft, the situation became clear. The hijacker was indeed in 12F, gun in hand, threatening passengers in the front rows. "Nobody move," the man was shouting. Linda visualized the aircraft layout in her mind. Boeing 737, 153 passengers, 6 exits, hijacker in window seat. Tactical approach clear. She made eye contact with flight attendant Sarah and silently signaled, "Federal agent." Linda slowly approached the man. Her 12 years of Air Marshal experience had kicked in. "Sir, stay calm. Let's talk," Linda said. The man turned. "Who are you? Back off." "I'm a Federal Air Marshal. I don't want to hurt you. Let's just talk." That's when the man's gun turned toward Linda, but Linda was ready. Linda's close quarters combat training kicked in. With very fast, very precise movements, she neutralized the man. It took 3 seconds. "Hijacker neutralized," Linda said into her radio. "All passengers safe." The 153 passengers on the aircraft began applauding. But for Linda, the job wasn't over yet. After the operation ended, FBI Director Morrison came to Linda. "Agent Chen, the Federal Air Marshal Service wants you back." "I'm just baggage claim now, Director." "No, Linda. You're a federal agent, and this operation showed you're still one of the best." Linda realized then that the time for hiding her true identity was over. If these powerful stories appeal to you, don't forget to subscribe to the Last Stand channel. We'll continue bringing you more hero stories every week. Linda Chen is serving as a Federal Air Marshal again today. Not at Denver Airport, but in America's skies, because some duties never end, and on every flight, someone is protecting you. You just can't see them.